Hey there, everybody. Happy Woden's Day to you. It's Thor's Daddy's Day. It's Wednesday, Woden's Day. We're still kind of under the influence of that gorgeous full moon that we had on Monday. What a sweet moon we had, you guys. It is the beaver moon. Now, why do we call that the beaver moon? It's because the beavers start hunkering down for winter about this time of year. I just thought that was really intriguing. Beavers are amazing creatures anyway, and for me to stumble upon the fact that we had a full beaver moon on Monday was like, oh, well, that's just sweet. That's a good thing to know that everybody's hunkering down. Speaking of hunkering down, my friends, these are wonderful journals to hunker down with on a cold winter's day, cold winter's night, in front of the TV as a meditation. You know, we can look at these Traveler's Notebook style journals as just our personal creative time. And the cool thing about them is, you know, totally portable here. You can take these babies downstairs. You can sit with them on your porch in the morning. You can sit with them in front of your fire at night and just be able to flip through the book and create. All you need, y'all, is a glue stick and scissors to have just an absolute delightful time making things. You know, a lot of times when we make things, we have to get out a lot of supplies, which there's nothing wrong with that. But at some time, you know, we want to, you know, maybe go into that simplification mode and just be able to just create with less. Honestly, creating with less kind of spurs you to make momentary decisions. It spurs you to make very quick decisions, and then when you do that, you might discover that you're really liking your quick decisions. I just wanted to point this out to you guys. Now, this is, you know, typically I don't include any sort of questionable or negative energy in these books. To me, this is not negative energy. As a, you know, a Cherokee descendant, to me, this is just a beautiful portrayal of one of our natives being in the, you know, we've got a helicopter back here. There's an American flag here. He's got his dream catcher with the feathers right here. I just wanted to kind of point out that, you know, this is here. It couples really nicely with this piece about medics in the Army. So I just wanted to kind of point that out to you. You know, I really do try to steer away from images that are disrupting or, you know, that might cause any consternation. But to me, this is an image of gravity and true beauty. You know, if you don't like it, take it out, right? It's a card, so just take it out and, you know, redo it and make it into something that you like better than the image that you started out with. We've got magazine pages in here. Of course, anytime you see a magazine page, you guys, you can take that page out of the book and you can read it. You can cut it up. You can do mixed media with it, art trading cards with it, art trading coins with it. You can turn it into a page. You can take something like this out and create on this page here. Plenty of creative space, y'all, to have fun with. Images are always interesting. Now, you know, we look at this image and it's obviously of some girlfriends getting together, having some eats and some wine and enjoying a day outside. You know, this may call you to recall a gathering like this. You know, 2020 is the year of not gathering, and it may be a writing prompt for you. These are from like 1878. I had an autograph book, and this says Frank Doan, Royalton, Massachusetts. I really love the signatures in that book, and I've kind of torn it apart and used it for different projects. This is this is the piece I was explaining to you. It's called One Bull. It's the original work of art by J.D. Challenger. And there's an excellent, wonderful, wonderful poem here. Again, the poem is a little tough to read. But, you know, like I said, if you don't like this, just take it out. And that's the marvelous thing with these books, is you can just kind of take things out of them. This is one of my Use What You Have text projects. It is napkin that has been Mod Podged onto a text sheet, and it just turned out really well. The only problem that I had, and I had to throw this sparkly Mod Podge away because it smelled so bad, but that bad smell did not transfer to the paper. So it was like, wow, you know, kind of hated to throw it away, but at the same time, because it didn't smell when you put it on the paper. It's like, but it, you know, had an odor when you didn't. I'm sure that most people would go, oh, really? You smelled something? But, you know, I have like this clean, let's see, how can I explain this? We don't do a lot of scents in our house. I even use unscented soaps, unscented detergents. Everything is unscented because Chris gets migraine headaches, and a migraine can be set off by just a scent. So we don't do scents in the house. As a matter of fact, I thought, you know, any minute now he's going to come up here and go, what is that smell? And I was like, okay, that's got to go in the trash. And we have lots of magazine pages. I love magazine pages, especially when it's from a travel brochure, because it's fun to think about traveling. I know we're not doing that, but you know what? Do you know what we are doing? We're using our imagination. Do you know what we are doing? We're using our resources. Do you know what we are doing? We are adapting. And I think that adaptation is just, I think adaptation right now is imperative. We can sit alone and we can whine and cry about the world not being like it was. But, you know, aren't we lucky to live in a time that we have resources like being online so we can see our family and friends? Isn't it great to be able to talk to your family and friends? You know, can you imagine? You know, I think about, you know, during the Spanish flu in 1919? When people only communicated with, you know, by letter was the most common way to communicate. I am so digging these bead strands, you guys. I have so much fun, and you've heard me say this before, just putting together bead strands. It is happy, happy, happy. But, you know, even though I cannot see my kids, I can still talk to them. We have duos, so we can even all sit and talk together. And it's just wonderful to, you know, I can FaceTime my mom and see my mom and my sister. My sister and I talk over coffee at least a couple times a week. And that is one of the most joyful things in the whole wide world, is just to be able to see people, talk to people, be encouraging to people. You know, what a blessing, you guys, that I can talk to you like this, that we can sit here, you and I, and flip through this wonderful little book together. And I can tell you my thoughts as I put together the book. I can tell you how I went to the library, and this was months before the COVID hit. It was probably right at the beginning of COVID, and I found this super cool shell book for us, y'all. You know, and we can talk about all these beautiful seashells. We can talk about these vintage texts. We can talk about the botanical work that I've been doing with some of my scrap papers. What a beautiful thing just to be able to speak with y'all and to encourage you to, guys, you know, use what you have. It's my challenge to you now to the end of the year. Just use what you have on hand to create with. It is a wonderful thing to get up in the morning and go, now how can I make this into something totally different and something usable and something beautiful and something inspiring? It's just really fun. We can look at it as, a use what you have challenge, a call to be creative, a call to be free in your creativity, to have fun with it, to visualize different ways to use things. I always look at these images of old cars and I think about my dad, who still on Saturday, despite his being visually impaired, he tries to watch his car shows on PBS, and I just think it's very, very sweet how he, he's just persevering. Talk about adapting. I mean, he suddenly lost his vision, and he just carries on. He's visually impaired now, but he's still like walking down the street, picking up sticks and trying to keep the neighborhood clean, and he's very inspiring. And I'm constantly inspired by my mom, who has become his caregiver. So you know what? Inspiration is all around, my friends. Inspiration is everywhere. We may think these are dull, dark days, but you can adapt and you can learn to live, in this kind of new reality that we're all faced with. Thanks for hanging out with me, y'all. These are 5x7 soft cover journals. They are 4 pockets, 2 signatures, $25 and $8.40 to mail to you. Thanks a bunch, y'all. I'll be listing these in the store. See you soon. Bye.